MsTruffles, obscure speedruns enthusiast, and this is my contribution to Shots Fired Offline. This is Theft of Anarchy, a top-down shooter. You may think about old school GTA when you will see the gameplay, but it's way more straightforward. I'm gonna explain how you're finishing the game, the goal of the game. It's very funny. You have ska, rock, punk music, mouth-made sound effects, and also hand-drawn graphics. So yeah, by the way, before I start, I'm a little bit sick. I hope it won't affect my commentary too much. I think it should be fine. So the category I'm gonna play is normal new game. You have two different difficulties which are normal and hardcore. I've never played hardcore yet, but normal is already difficult enough in a marathon setting. I mean in speedrunning setting. And new game means that I have to start by resetting progress and start at level 1. In New Game Plus you can start your run at whatever level you're on. If it's 25 or 75, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I will start in 3, 2, 1, go. So first thing I'm gonna do is every time I will be on the overworld map, every time I'm gonna take a car to get to the next building. Basically, on every levels you have a marker which will indicate you on which building you need to go next. And obviously, taking a card is much faster to go there. The map is always the same, but I already did that mistake. I knew I was going to do that. So yeah, it's always the same, but where you need to go next, the next building, it will be random. You can learn where they are, but it can be sometimes closer or further away. And you probably already saw me doing something that I'm gonna do every time I kill a boss. Is once the boss is killed, I'm going back to the menu and selecting the next level because it's already unlocked, and you don't have to wait for a certain cutscene, you don't have to exit the building, you don't have to travel more to get the car, so it's faster in many ways. And as you can see, I started with a simple gun. Right now I have a shotgun which for some reason have explosive ammunitions. Most of the time when I will kill a boss, I will have a new weapon. Here for 2 levels I will have this shotgun, which is a very effective weapon. And also there is a XP system. Every other levels I'm able to put a skill point in 4 different skills, which are fire rate, maximum HP, health regeneration, and movement speed. You might think that movement speed is very good in speedrun setting, but since you're moving mostly with a car, it's not something I'm gonna upgrade during the run, unless the run is going pretty badly. There are 2 skills I'm gonna upgrade during the run, which are fire rate, because it will allow me to kill bosses faster, and maximum hit points, because I really need to be tankier for the game, and especially for the mid game, which I'm gonna talk about when it will be the time for that. Right now, this is what I call early game. During early game, you have pistol, dual pistols, shotgun, the scatter gun, which I have right now. I mean blade gun, and it finishes with rocket launcher. Scattergun does a good amount of damage and have penetrating bullets, but the thing is it's a little bit short range. And when you see enemies using this kind of ammunition, like this boss here, I have to be careful because they deal a lot of damages. Right now I can just tank some hits and it will be okay. I did it again. Okay. Wait. I'm just checking something. Okay, actually it was the right level. I'm getting confused because I don't have my splits. I use my splits to know where I'm in the run. So yeah, early game is definitely not the hardest part of the game. The only thing you need to be careful is, since you don't have a lot of maximum HP, you have to be careful sometimes to not take too many hits, or you can die pretty quickly. But most of the time it's fine. So this enemy will give me the rocket launcher, which obviously it does a lot of damage, has a little bit of AoE when you land a hit, and it has a very good range. And this will be the last weapon of the early game part of the run. By the way, now different cars will spawn. Again, the spawn of the cars are fixed, but some cars will be upgraded to what I call tier 2, which means they will, I don't think they are faster, but they will be tankier, and that's gonna be very useful in later parts of the run, because the more you will advance in the game, the more enemies will spawn, the stronger they will be, and like you can, so here, the faster the car will die. This is a tier 2 car here on the right. Okay, I got a level up, which is good. Level up strat is something I will use a lot during mid game. I'm going to talk about that later. I just hope I will have good RNG with the enemies there. Okay. Last level of early game. Tier 2 car here, so I should be fine. I probably won't need to change car anytime soon. Some enemies can do a lot of damage to your car. Kamikaze, most of the time, can just rip apart your vehicle very fast, especially if it's a tier 1. But since so far there are not a ton of enemies, I can stay with this car until I go to the building. So this enemy will have a rifle. I need to be careful, they are kamikaze also. Okay. This boss can be annoying. Okay. So this is now mid game for 7 levels if I'm not wrong, and this is by far the hardest part of the run, because the boss will be harder, more enemies will spawn, stronger enemies, as I said, But most importantly, the weapons we'll have will be most of the time very terrible. Rifle here, for some reason, is very, very bad. At mid-range to bosses, it deals practically no damages, so you have to be very close. I have some time here to be close to the boss, thankfully. Okay, I got lucky there, so I think I can just stay close to the boss. Most of the time, it's not as easy as that. And this is why I'm gonna use the level up strat, because when you level up, you get all your HP back. So what I'm trying to do is setting up a level up before getting to the building. Here I'm in a really rough spot. I didn't expect my car to explode this early, so I'm in real bad danger there, and I will probably need to switch car again. There is a very good chance that you will see a death on this part of the run. I'm gonna be honest. I think I did two marathon runs of this game, and so far got extremely lucky and I didn't get a death in any of those runs. But today might be the day. And I got the level up too early. By the way, now I'm getting 2 skill points in max HP because I will need some tankiness in this part of the run. Especially now, because this is the super shotgun. You can hear it, it does a pretty sick sound. It has a good spread. But the thing is, it's so much worse than the regular shotgun that you see in early game. For some reason it doesn't have explosive ammunition, and it's just terrible at DPS. Even at close range to a boss, it's just terrible. So I will definitely need some luck. And some skill as well. I need some skill for sure. I didn't talk about red enemies, by the way. Red enemies are obviously stronger, tankier, but they can also give you some health packs, and that's gonna be useful during this part of the run. As you could see here, I killed both of them to get back to max health. So I was able to tank the last hits to be able to kill the boss without dying. And the next boss is probably the hardest one, not only because I still have this terrible weapon. Please don't die, vehicle, thank you. But also the boss will have a blade gun, so that means it's gonna deal a lot of damage if I take a single hit. And I swear it's hard to avoid the bullets of this boss. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Wait, what? So that never happened before? Why do I have a pistol? Okay, kill me. I've never seen this glitch before, I think. Or maybe once. For some reason I got my pistol back. So yeah, one thing I didn't mention is that when you unlock a weapon, you can't go back to the previous weapons. Basically every level has its single weapon. So if it wasn't the case, I could definitely get the shotgun or the rocket launcher. That would be so much better, but I can't. I don't know what happened there. If anyone can claim that on my channel, that would be great. I would need to analyze what happened. If that can be analyzed. Oh my god. Okay, I will need this level up before entering. I may die again. I swear this boss is a problem. I need to avoid some hits before. Oh my god. Scared again. So right now I'm not getting lucky because I need health packs to spawn. I need red enemies to get health pack as well. Okay. I hope that you don't mind that I kill you. Not a single enemy gave me a... Okay, that's gonna be good. Whew! That worked. Okay, so... This is still supposed to be mid-game, but this weapon is probably the best of mid-game. It still has short range, but it has better fire rate, better DPS in general, and still penetrating bullets, so it's not the worst part of mid-game. The only problem is that you still have a lot of enemies and some difficult bosses. Also, this is the level where you will start seeing tier 3 vehicle spawning, so even tankier than previous. And I got level up again. Okay, I really need to be careful about that. Even though this weapon should be good enough. There is a red enemy, I saw it. I should be able to tank everything. There we go. So yeah, as you could see, this weapon is much more effective. I'm still can't believe what happened with this glitch before. It may have happened before, but if it didn't happen before, that's your marathon moment, I guess. It was a marathon moment anyway. By the way, this weapon is the first one where I have to keep it for 3 levels in a row. But there will be others later. So this is the last level with the super blade gun. Now I can put some skill points in fire rate again. I think I will max out fire rate. You have 7 different levels for upgrades, and then I'm gonna max out HP, and if I have some additional points to spend, I'm gonna spend them in movement speed, because that will be a little bonus for the end. But if you do a deathless run, most of the time you won't spend any point in movement speed. And concerning health regeneration, it's really not worth it spending any points in this category, because you need a lot of skill points in order to make it viable. Okay. So now we are at endgame. Most of the time it's the easiest part of the game, of the round, I mean, because you have 2 overpowered weapons. The first one is a super rocket launcher. As you can see, the spread is ridiculous, AOE is ridiculous, DPS is usually ridiculous against bosses. you can still take a lot of damage during boss fights, but most of the time it's fine. There will only be one level which will be a little bit scary if I'm not careful, but as I said, it should be fine. And I'm ready to get a level up, so I'm not gonna even try to touch any of those enemies. I'm just gonna try to align to get 2 rockets at the same time on the boss. That was very loud. Sorry about that. So now fire rate is maxed out. I will max out max HP after that. I hope I will be able to show you the tier 3 vehicle. I think I got past one earlier, but I didn't need it at that time. Basically here I don't have much things to say, to be honest. Yeah, and I'm pretty lucky again. I will just need to be there and try to get 2 rockets at the same time. I was pushed there, so that can be annoying if you want to get all the rockets touching the boss. So yeah, there is a lot of vehicles spawning here, so if I find only tier 1 cars I will have to switch very quickly, otherwise that would be a pain. Also sometimes an enormous number of vehicles can spawn and block me for a few seconds, and that can be scary. That can happen when I'm about to enter a building sometimes. Okay, so this is level 19 and this is the final weapon of the game and the strongest in the game. This is a Gatling. For some reason it has explosive ammunitions. It has an incredible fire rate, as you may expect. And weirdly enough, that's something I didn't talk about. Regular enemies can sometimes have... just gonna stop there. This is tier 3 car. Regular enemies can make some health packs spawn and also some money that can give you XP. But for some reason, your weapons, when they are... the ammo touch the ground, it can also give you a little bit of money and very rarely some health pack. And the Gatling is definitely the best for that, to have random money spawning on the ground. This is second to last level. XP is maxed out now. If I have one additional I don't think I will have an additional skill point to spend, but it will be on movement speed for sure, if I have to. Okay, that would be too long to get to this tier 3 car. Actually, I may have a new skill points to spend soon. That would be a bonus. shouldn't have taken this hit. So this is the last quote-unquote normal boss. As you can see, the health bar of the boss is melting with the Gatling. But now this is the last level. So nothing changed on the overworld. You just have to get to the next building again. But final boss will be different because it will be a UFO which shot a big spread of rockets to you, and you will only see enemies which shot rockets and maybe Gatling. So it will be a total mayhem. Okay, that's not great. You want to set up a level up for this boss, otherwise it can be very tricky. You need some good RNG if you want to do this boss correctly, sadly. You need to have good if pack spawn, red enemy spawning. So I'm gonna focus. Time will stop when I'm done with the boss, when it's dead. It should be fine. Yeah. And time. Almost sub 25. If I didn't return to the menu because of this little hiccup I had in the early game, it would have been sub 25, which is pretty great for marathon setting. I'm gonna show you the cutscene at the end. Yeah, because I didn't talk about the story. Basically, you have to restore the order in the city. This is the Anarchy, the end. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this run. This is pretty straightforward but very challenging at the same time. As I said, I didn't touch the hardcore difficulty yet because I want to be done with normal difficulty first. So it will surely be a huge challenge as well. There is also a sequel of this game which is named Agents of Mayhem, if I'm not wrong. I haven't played it yet, but it shows a lot more things, a lot more contents. And yeah, if you like this kind of games, top-down shooters, almost bullet hell, it's in some ways, you might enjoy this game. And since I'm the only runner of these games currently, I really hope to see more runners in the future. Possibly new strategies discovered. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a few shoutouts. Thank you, Shotsfires, to having me in the initial schedule and allowing me to participate to this alternative event. Thank you to my community who is supporting me in this speedrunning journey. Thank you to my friends, my girlfriend, my brother too. I think that's it. Just one last thing, if you want to see more obscure speedruns like this one, especially in the games, you can join me on twitch.tv/MsTruffles. Right now this is Wild October, so I'm gonna do a lot of Where's Waldo NES. And yeah, thank you so much for the event. Bye bye.